I'm sitting in this bed, in the studio apartment, and I just became a millionaire.
Everyone likes rags to riches story.
Bitcoin surging to its first record high.
Almost $95,000.
Price of a single Bitcoin has climbed above $100,000 for the first time.
You've talked about Bitcoin being worth something on the order of $500,000 literally in only a couple of years from now. Do you stand by that?
Yes.
Yes.
$1 million per coin by 2030, that still feels good to you.
Yes, and
A millionaire.
$1 million per coin.
To the moon!
Trading crypto. FTX is the safest and easiest way to buy and sell crypto.
You are an expert, right?
No, I'm not an expert, and I don't need to be.
He's not an expert. And what happened to FTX again?
The one-time billionaire who has suddenly found his company in financial ruin, Sam Bankman-Fried, stepping down as CEO of FTX as his crypto exchange files for bankruptcy.
So is crypto the future of money? Or is it just another scam?
Going to zero?
Going to zero and it's fake?
Bitcoin itself is a hyped up fraud, pet rock.
You're back to that?
Yeah,
Really?
Of course.
You called it rat poison, but that was when it was about $150. Today it's $9,000. It had hit $19,000.
So it's more expensive rat poison.
Rat poison.
I've been following Bitcoin since it first came online in 2009. I remember watching this video Da Vinci made 11 years ago.
To become wealthy in the future, I would suggest you take $1 frickin' dollar. $1. Buy some Bitcoins, put it in a goddamn wallet. But, you know what? It's just $1.
And oh boy, was Da Vinci right.
I just became a millionaire. Right now.
Bitcoin surging to its first record high.
May have just hit a new all-time high.
I can't believe I watched the historic moment when Da Vinci posted that live on YouTube. Bitcoin came online right after the housing bubble burst.
Closures are rising, and the biggest problem is that prices continue to drop. Until home prices stop falling, things just aren't going to get any better.
The stock market was falling like a rock.
At the same time has fallen about 18%.
We're now down 43%.
What in the world is happening on Wall Street?
By the end of 2007, at least 100 mortgage companies declared bankruptcy or were sold.
So what does the recession of 2008 have to do with crypto? 3rd of January 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto came up with the first cryptocurrency. And it happened because everybody was against the bank's bailout.
Our most urgent task upon taking office was to shore up the same banks that helped cause this crisis. It's that we all hated the bank bailout. I hated it, you hated it. It was about as popular as a root canal. But when I ran...
People were mad that banks got bailed out, while they had to suffer.
2.6 million jobs were cut from the economy last year. That's the greatest decline since 1945.
If we measure how the economy is doing on the basis of employment, it's doing about as poorly as you can imagine.
And as bad as the unemployment number is, it only tells part of the story. The so-called underemployment rate, which counts part-time workers and those who've given up looking for a job, rose to a record 13.5%.
It was perfect timing for something like Bitcoin to show up. As I was looking into crypto, it just kept going up and up and up again. As Bitcoin was moving up and down so rapidly, I was thinking this is never be a store of wealth, because a currency should be stable so people can save in it. The more crypto went up, the more people got excited about it, because they became rich.
I joined crypto in 2013.
Yeah?
So it is 11 years now.
And you still got Bitcoin or you sold?
Of course.
Yeah?
I have Bitcoin ring, so I have Bitcoins.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So this guy joined in 2013 when it was around $100, and then these are the gains he enjoyed if he didn't sell.
Since 2018.
Yeah.
So a Rolex is not that expensive.
Rolex is not that expensive.
Rolex is not that expensive.
I mean, look at it go. This guy bought when it was $100.
Look at that.
Yeah.
$60,000.
And you still got Bitcoin or you sold?
Of course.
No wonder the crypto guys are dancing. Dance, baby, dance. Just look at the price of Ethereum going up like a rocket ship. imagine having all your net worth in a guy as smart as this.
Yeah, but it's got a kitty.
Interesting. So let's talk about scaling. I know, a big jump of subjects. But are you
so rich?
I actually got it by selling some Litecoin.
Yeah?
Yeah, but when it was 15.
What made you so rich?
Bitcoin 6K like in 2018. I went like hard
It's
on it.
It's interesting we call this investing because I call this hope and pray. Pray that it goes up. Crypto coins don't produce anything. They have no dividends. So why are people buying this stuff? Let's see what Charlie Munger, one of the best investors, think about crypto.
I think the people that oppose my position are idiots. and
Charlie Munger is a legend. May he rest in peace.
And so I don't think there is a rational argument against my position. This is an incredible thing. Naturally, people like to run gambling casinos where other people lose. And the people who invented this crypto crappo, sometimes I call it crypto crappo, and sometimes I call it crypto
Crypto What did Kathy Wood say about crypto again?
What is it, $1 million per coin by 2030? That still feels good to you.
Yes. And 1 million per coin. 1 million.
Crypto crappo.
$1 million per coin by 2030. That still feels good to you.
Yeah, but it's got a kitty.
But Charlie, it has a kitty.
Interesting. So let's talk about scaling.
From a kitty to scaling.
I know, a big jump of subjects.
Every time you hear this guy talk, you just want to give him all your money.
Hey, what's up, Bitcoiner?
Some guy actually put all his money in this. Man, this Vitalik guy seems like a genius. But let's go back to Charlie Munger.
Done more good to the human race than currency, national currencies. They were absolutely required to turn man from a goddamn successful ape into modern successful humans in human civilization. Because it enabled all these convenient exchanges. So if somebody says, I'm going to create something that sort of replaces the national currency, it's like saying I'm going to replace the national air, you know.
Charlie, that's exactly what they're doing. They're replacing the national air with fire.
Think this is how you mine Bitcoin, but you don't need a flamethrower to buy, sell, or trade Bitcoin and crypto safely. You just need FTX.
Yes, Charlie, did you hear him? You just need FTX.
$32 billion cryptocurrency exchange, FTX, goes bankrupt in a matter of days. $8.9 billion in customer funds are missing.
You just need FTX. To the moon!
It isn't even slightly stupid, it's massively stupid.
These people think that Charlie Munger is wrong, and they compared Sam Bankman-Fried to Warren Buffett.
The cover of Fortune this year being compared to Warren Buffett.
30-year-old billionaire.
A $32 billion company to bankruptcy in the matter of just 4 days or so.
So Sam Bankman-Fried was compared to Warren Buffett, greatest investor of our time. And what did Warren Buffett's partners say about crypto?
Of course, the governments were totally wrong to permit it. And of course, I'm not proud of my country for allowing this crap, what I call the crypto
I thought he was the Mark Zuckerberg of crypto. Is he now the Bernie Madoff of crypto?
Top minds on Wall
Worthless, it's no good, it's crazy.
Street, Silicon Valley venture capitalists, A-list
Top minds on Wall Street? Buying crypto?
Next to me is the most generous billionaire in the world, and I found him.
Hi, my name is Sam, and this is my story.
Was sentenced to 25 years in federal prison.
I lost over $2 million on the FTX platform when it went down.
A Rolex is not that expensive.
who lost millions.
How it's affected millions of people globally.
It has affected me because I've been watching idiots getting rich on a bubble.
Investors who gave FTX tens of millions in capital are speaking out. So you feel betrayed?
Oh, 1,000%. I'm betrayed and disappointed.
And I'm disappointed that somebody can have $10 million and waste it on this shit.
He was found guilty back in November of orchestrating a multi-billion-dollar fraud that led to the collapse of his company.
Generous billionaire in the world.
25 years in federal prison.
Slightly stupid, it's massively stupid.
Let's see what Jamie Dimon thinks about crypto.
conversation with you. I'm just curious because I don't think we've talked to you since.
I think all that's been a waste of time, and why you guys waste any breath on it is totally beyond me.
Because you just think the whole thing just is
going to zero.
Going to zero and it's fake.
Bitcoin itself is a hyped up fraud. It's a pet rocket.
You're back to that?
Yeah,
really?
Of course, yeah.
I made $2 million in 10 months with Bitcoin.
Going to zero?
Going to zero and it's fake.
Bitcoin itself is a hyped up fraud.
So we just heard Jamie Dimon call it a fraud.
It's a hyped up fraud.
Charlie Munger calls it rat poison.
19,000.
So it's more expensive rat poison.
But I don't think Charlie and Dimon have seen this amazing video how these crypto people can dance. If they just saw how great dancers they are, I'm sure Jamie would change his mind.
That people are buying just because they think they can sell to somebody else at a higher price, even though it inherently has no intrinsic value.
If crypto is the future of money, why does this happen?
Tonight, the cryptocurrency world is reeling after the meltdown of one of its most popular trading platforms. The exchange, FTX, filed for bankruptcy protection today.
It's all a fugazi. You know what a fugazi is?
Fugazi, it's a fake.
Yeah, fugazi, it's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust.
One day you'll go and check the news and you'll see hundreds and hundreds of cryptos doing this.
Base declines across all of the major technology sectors. Apple's
90 to 166 in the blink of an.
It was the worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
Where the buyers are, which just every day they're pounding it.
It doesn't exist. It's never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not real.
Look at it after you buy it. It's so horrible.
Millions of dollars. 20% of my portfolio is now in cryptocurrency.
It's a hyped up fraud. It's a pet rocket.
So now you just heard two billionaires tell you it's a hyped up fraud and a pet rock.
It's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust.
So what does Peter Schiff think about it?
What they really are is collectible tokens. They're not really assets. They're not commodities. People collect Bitcoin, and I don't think those collections are going to have any value.
What makes something a commodity?
Well, you could use it for something. I mean, oil, you could, drive your car. Wheat, you can eat it. Gold, you can make jewelry out of it, conduct electricity. You can't do anything with Bitcoin except hold on to it.
But the argument, though, store value, future currency, it's that it's money, that it's actually money. Because anything is money if the person. The folks who are involved in exchange of it believe it's worth something, then it's worth something.
No, I mean, people can believe it's worth something. It can have a price, but it's not money. It's not a commodity. It has no intrinsic value, so it can't be a store of value if it doesn't have any underlying value to store.
Stay with me. Mm-hmm. We don't create shit. We don't build
just
anything.
As he said, they don't build anything. It's just a giant Ponzi, people trading between each other. It's a bubble. That's why these crypto people tell you have to have laser eyes. You have to have laser eyes, hold it, so he can sell it.
So if you got a client
who bought crypto at 8, and now it's at 16, he always happy, he wants to cash in, take his money and run.
Gucci.
You don't let him do that, because that will make it real.
Louboutin.
Right. Now, what do? You get another brilliant idea.
The brilliant idea is you have to have laser eyes. You have to have your eyes on the prize. You look at your crypto while the other guys sell.
And he will every single time, because they're fucking addicted.
What's Dogecoin? When did it start? How new of a coin is it? Is it going up? Is it dipping? Like, did it ever?
And you just keep doing it over and over again because these guys are gamblers. They can't stop when they're on top. Keeps going up. The brokers get rich off it.
We're taking home cold hard cash via commission.
This is what happened in Wolf of Wall Street. And same thing is happening today.
Near $95,000 as Wall Street launches more ways to bet on Bitcoin. New options on spot Bitcoin ETFs are going live.
New ways to bet on crypto. What could go wrong? Wall Street have been watching crypto for a long time and not being able to benefit from fees. So what do? They launch a way to make money off fees. Just as Wolf of Wall Street did back in the 90s.
But you and me, the brokers, we're taking home cold hard cash via commission, motherfucker.
As Wall Street launches more ways to bet on Bitcoin.
We are doing the same exact things like in the 90s. And when interest rates go up and recession hit, they'll all be surprised that nobody knew that crypto's going to zero.
An entire generation of people is about to experience higher interest rates for the first time in their adult lives. Interest rates have been at historic lows.
So what are interest rates? Interest rates are the price of money, what it costs to borrow money. The cheaper the interest rate, the more speculative bubbles you get. So by the government setting rates at 0% in 2008, we got all these crazy bubbles around the globe. We got the crypto bubble. We got the NFT bubbles.
I got an ape too. It's really cool. Like the hat, the shades.
We got the housing bubble. We got the stock market bubble.
Deal with your problems by becoming rich.
All these bubbles are just looking for a pin to burst. So what does the greatest investor of our time, Warren Buffett, say about interest rates? In 2013, he said interest rates are to asset prices like gravity is to Apple. They power everything in the economic universe. And of course, Buffett is right. The lower the interest rates, the higher asset prices go up. Since interest rates have been a historic low since 2008, we have seen what's happened to crypto. It went up sky high. What's going to happen when interest rates go up a lot? Well, the opposite. Instead of going up, they're gonna go down. So what else did Mr. Buffett say? Interest rates are like gravity in valuations. If interest rates are nothing, values can be almost infinite. If interest rates are extremely high, that's a huge gravitational pull on values. And Warren Buffett is here saying the exact same thing as I'm saying. The only difference between what Buffett is saying and I'm saying is, what Buffett is saying is crypto is 100% sensitive to interest rates. When the next recession hit, this crypto thing is gonna go down. So what did Warren Buffett do after interest rates went up? He has been selling stocks and now sits on $325 billion. He's even been selling Apple. While Buffett have been selling, these crypto people are buying fart coins.
How high can Fartcoin go this cycle?
The Haktua girl launched her own meme coin.
My Hawk meme coin is live!
A 13-year-old kid rag pulled a bunch of other people. I mean, this is just insane. And once it crashes, the government shouldn't bail them out. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Cause nobody's screaming for a bailout when Bitcoin is $100,000. No one. That's why we shouldn't bail out anybody. Let's remind ourselves, who did the government bail out in 2008?
Does Tesla deserve its government loan, and is the government going to get repaid?
I'm highly confident that the government will be repaid, that the taxpayer money will be repaid with interest.
Yes, Tesla repaid this loan, but they still receive billions and billions in dollars every year from the government.
Tesla continues to cash in to the tune of billions of dollars on other car makers needing help to meet their emission standards. Tesla generated a jaw-dropping $1.79 billion in regulatory credit revenue last year. That brought the cumulative total Tesla has raked in since 2009 to almost $9 billion.
There you have it. Elon has received over $9 billion while he's bragging that he paid back $400 million.
Repaying this loan yesterday, Elon Musk.
You can't make this stuff up. And why am I talking about Tesla in a crypto video? Because it's a bubble. It's one and the same bubble as crypto. If you want to learn more about bubbles, you can read my book on my Patreon. It's a short book about how to identify bubbles and how they end. I also go through 5 biggest bubbles in human history. In the short book, I talk about the housing bubble, the dot-com bubble, the Tulip Mania bubble, and many other bubbles. In the 16th century, people actually bought tulips. At the top of the Tulip Mania, you could buy a luxury house for 1 tulip. What does that remind you of?
It's got a kitty. Interesting.
The only thing we don't know about bubbles is how long they will last. This one has been going on for 15 years. We even got the president talking about crypto.
This afternoon I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world, and we'll get it done.
I always think of Charlie Munger when I hear crypto.
It's ridiculous that anybody would buy this stuff. It's even slightly stupid, it's massively stupid. And
States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world.
Worthless, it's no good, it's crazy. It'll do nothing but harm, it's antisocial to allow it. Go and it's just ridiculous that anybody would buy this stuff.
Well, now you know what I think about crypto. And FTX collapsed when all the superstars were promoting it, remember?
I'm in. Tom Brady, Gisele Bundchen,
Are you in?
Larry David, Naomi Osaka, and Steph Curry are among the celebrities accused in a class action lawsuit of being part of a, quote, fraudulent scheme designed to take advantage of unsophisticated investors that led to $11 billion in damages.
The one thing about bubbles, nobody knows how long this will last. The bigger this bubble becomes, the bigger malinvestment in the economy. Remember last time you saw a star talking about NFTs?
Did. You taught me what's up, and then I bought an ape.
I got an ape too. It's really
And what
cool.
happened next?
The hat, the shades.
% drop in active users over the past 6 months, with sales of NFTs down a whopping 92% since September.
And now we have an even bigger star talking about crypto.
To ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world.
The President of the United States of America. How much longer will this thing last? It is really true, nobody learns anything from history. Now I understand why Jim Rogers always say to study history. If you want to learn economics, just listen to this guy.
2017, I invested $10,000 and today it's worth, I think, about $1 million, give or take a couple hundred.
So this guy made $1 million buying Tesla stock from 10K. So is he going to sell?
I found this forum called the Tesla Motors Club Forum. And there was these really smart people that covered the company in ways that, frankly, I just wasn't seeing in the news of a point to where I would say, I'm good, I'm gonna sell. You know, yeah, I'm currently at a good spot, but if you look at the company's trajectory, we're only at the beginning. I have no
10K to $1 million, and he still thinks we're at the beginning? The beginning!
There's no real reason to completely upend my life and ruin the ability for me to, you know, look at this growth rate and just give up on it and say, yeah, I don't want to be a part of that. That's crazy. You got to be a part of this.
I started this channel wanting to teach people who Ludwig von Mises is and the Austrian School of Economics and how bubbles are created and why they're so dangerous for the society. So I wish all these people the best. I hope they get out. I hope they make at least some money. And please be careful with crypto. You saw what happened with all the stars, now they're getting sued. By becoming a member on my Patreon, you'll get the book for free. And no, I've never bought crypto. I probably should have, since I followed it for such a long time. But it didn't make sense to me. Because of Peter Schiff, Jim Rogers, Warren Buffett, and Charlie Munger.
Worthless, it's no good, it's crazy. It'll do nothing but harm, it's antisocial to allow it. There isn't any crypto in China. He's right and we're wrong.
Maybe I am a bit optimistic, wanting to teach people who Ludwig von Mises is and the Austrian School of Economics. But you never got anywhere being negative. And thanks for watching.